After last episode, covering Matango, which we did with Brackenurse,
The legend himself.
it was so good. Listen to it if you haven't already. I did a little bit of digging because, I really like those crazy mushroom people. And I thought, hey, there's action figures for the snowman, there's action figures for anything. I'm going to see if I can track down a cool little action figure of a Matango man. Right?
As you would.
Yeah.
You're a collector of all
I'm a
oddities and curios.
collector of curios. Yeah, well, I don't have anything like Godzilla related, really. I've got a couple of Godzilla pop vinyls.
Yep.
That is all. Actually, I got a Godzilla poster. I got some Godzilla DVDs. But the fact remains, I don't have any proper like Godzilla action figures or like...
I feel like if you're into Godzilla, you got to have some non-Godzilla.
Yeah, some of the adjacent little things that people come around and be like, oh, what's that, a mushroom? And you'll be like, ha 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 ha.
I'm personally looking at a Mothra plush.
You're looking at a Mothra
someday.
plush? Oh,
That's the dream.
That'd be cool.
That's the dream.
That'd be cool. But I had looked for Matango stuff, and the most popular, I guess one of the only Matango action figures or pieces of memorabilia out there is really weird. It's a Matango riding a tricycle.
And it's official.
It's official. It's everywhere. Like, look at Matango action figure. It's just Matango riding a tricycle. And there's like a couple of Toho Godzilla monsters riding tricycles. And I don't understand it. Why? Why are they riding? Why is Matango just a real creepy little horror villain from a movie a lot of people haven't seen, riding a tricycle, which looks like it's aimed for children?
I'm looking it up now. Somebody's got a tattoo of this thing.
It's got the tattoo of the Matango on a tricycle.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Japanese, like, collectors.
It's glow in the dark as well.
It's glow in the dark.
You forgot to mention that.
Japanese collectibles are another whole thing, dude. They're craziness. Anyway, if anyone knows where to get one of these things for cheap.
We're opening up a P.O. box.
Yeah.
So send that through.
Thank you.
Jason's birthday is actually 2 weeks' time from now, so you can send it through. Should be here by next episode.
Totally is. I want my Matango tricycle.
I'll get you it someday.
Okay, I'll hold you to it.
Hold on, I want to eBay 380 New Zealand dollars.
Done.
I'm going to be working overtime a bit.
Thanks, man. Look at you, pick you up like a $20 Mothra plushie. Done. It is us. We have returned.
Shouldn't people expect that?
Yeah, I guess so. Just us this week, though. No special guests. We're surrounded, though, by a whole lot of cicadas that have decided that tonight's the night when they all just have to make loud noises all night long.
This might go onwards into the next few episodes.
Who knows? If you can hear cicadas in the background, that's just part of the ambience, because there's heaps of cicadas in Atragon.
That's really... Yeah.
But yeah, we're back. We're covering Atragon, the 1963 Ishiro Honda film.
What? Let me do this part.
Well, I was also just going to note as well that this was initially released under the title Undersea Warship.
No way.
So that's what it was released as in Japan.
Yeah.
There we go.
Fantastic. Undersea Warship.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, so today we're covering Atragon, a movie directed by our classic Ishiro Honda, made in 1963.
Yep.
These years are going slow. They pumped out so many movies this year.
Yeah, because, I feel like we got a lot in the 50s.
Yeah.
But that was still quite spaced out. But we're only in 63.
Early 60s.
And I swear we've had a couple movies in 63 already.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes.
And this movie, you may have seen by some of the cover art we have, focuses on a dragon called Manda. That's the kaiju for this movie.
Can we just, real quick, talk about our cover art?
Oh, bro.
Our freaking sister, Shemaya Drake.
Oh.
Amazing, talented artist. We asked her just for fun if she'd like to...
Just whip up something.
Whip up just some crazy kaiju art for us, and she kind of blew us away. So we'll be using her art for our episode thumbnails going forward.
Yeah.
We'll see. She's keen to try some more kaijus out going onwards. We might
forward to it.
have Kaiju of the Fortnight showing up with some special art, but
I'm bummed we couldn't get him a tango on a tricycle.
we'll see. Tango on a tricycle. People will click into that episode and be like, what is this? Kaiju movie?
People would click on that episode, though.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, massive thanks to Maya, and go check her out. I think her Instagram is at Maya's Art.
At MAYAHSART, Maya's Art.
Maya's Art. Go check her out. But yeah, Manda.
Manda. This movie actually doesn't focus on Manda. The main focus on this movie is the Atragon,
Yeah.
or the undersea warship you were talking about. So, Jasha, in this movie,
Yeah.
the continent of Mu, which disappeared and sunk to the bottom of the sea thousands of years ago, suddenly reappears and threatens to enslave the rest of humanity. Stuck in the middle of this conflict is former Admiral Kosumi, played by Ken Uehara, his adopted daughter Makato Jinguji, played by Yoko Fujiyama, and a team of 2 photographers, Susumu and Yoshito, played by Tadao Takashima and Yu Fujiki, who I think play a duo as well in the King Kong vs. Godzilla movie we just watched.
Yeah, honestly, everyone at this point in time is just from other Godzilla flicks or other Tohos.
Yeah, this movie feels like a grab bag of like all the lead actors they've had, and I'm all for it. And there's this group of people are tracked down by Mu Agent 23, played by our man, Akihiko Hirata.
Akihiko. And this is MU, guys, just not MOO.
It's a weird name for an ancient civilization.
Mu.
So they're tracked down by this agent as the Mu Empire wages war against the rest of the world. To aid in their mission to fight against the Mu Empire, they try and track down the Atragon, a powerful submarine being created by a war-crazed Captain Hachiro Jinguji, played by Jun Tazaki on an isolated island. Also along for the ride are reporter Uoto Uno, played by Kenji Sahara, and Inspector Ito, played by Hiroshi Koizumi, also leads of past Godzilla movies. So this crew ends up making their way to the crazed Captain Jinguji, who refuses to give up his warship for a non-Navy cause. He's painted as a real patriotic character. His warship, which, mind you, is able to fly and has the power to shoot out a spray of absolute zero icy cold spray.
Yeah, it's got like a drill on the front of it as well. It's so crazy.
It's a mean flying warship. After convincing the captain to have a change of heart, they end up taking control of the Atragon, or funnily enough called the Gotingo for the rest of this movie.
Yeah.
They end up facing and trying to break through the rest of the Mu Empire, destroying the heart of Mu,
Yeah.
which is like
It's a sun. It's said it's their sun. It's like a...
yeah, the Mu Empire created a sun and uses it as their source of power
Yeah.
beneath the
sun.
earth.
Yeah.
It's great. They end up using the warship to destroy this heart, as well as Manda, the god the Mu Empire worships.
Yeah. Shows up for a couple minutes, gets frozen. That's him.
I want a meme of that. Manda.
We're going to have a list for all these kaijus that just show up and get killed. We got Meguma, we got Manda, I'm sure there's been others.
Can somebody in the Discord or something please make a meme? Just Manda, powerful god of an ancient empire, shows up for 2 minutes, leaves, refuses to elaborate further, freezes to death. That's pretty much the juice of this movie,
Yeah.
at the bare bones level at least.
Yeah, no, that was good. It's funny. I wanted to start on something real crazy that I found out about this movie.
Yeah.
And I'd heard little bits of it, but I think the person who did it best was a Letterboxd user called Battle Up Saber. And if you don't know what Letterboxd is, we've mentioned it a few times.
It's basically the better IMDb.
Yeah, and it's like a social media app for film lovers, pretty much.
It's where we keep our list of Godzilla movies we're going to watch, as well as our ratings of all the movies we've seen.
Yeah, so you can find that, or you could follow us on there if you want. This is from Letterboxd user Battle Up Saber, and he says, this movie's Japanese name is Undersea Warship, because that's the main focus of the movie, the undersea warship, which is known as Gotingo. Now, the English name, Atragon, is short for Atomic Dragon. That's because the US distributors saw that the Sea Dragon Kaiju Manda was in the movie
Yeah.
and wanted to both rename the monster accordingly and change the title for the movie to be about the monster instead.
Okay.
However, because of a mix-up,
Yeah, that's not the case.
no, because of a mix-up, the name Atragon accidentally got attributed to the Gotingo. So in the English dub, the ship Gotingo is constantly referred to as Atragon, and in the subtitle version, it's referred to as Atragon as well, while Manda keeps his original name. And it doesn't end there. 40 years later,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Gotingo shows up in Godzilla Final Wars, which we'll get to again.
Okay.
And in both the Japanese and English versions of the movie, the ship's called the Gotengo again. And because...
So not Atragon.
Not Atragon. And because Final Wars is more popular than Atragon, the movie we just watched, everyone knows the ship to be called Gotengo, and every release of Atragon post-2004 has renamed the ship back to Gotengo.
So Atragon is kind of just like... the name's forgotten about, I guess.
So this movie's name, Atragon, is just a nonsense word that means atomic dragon, but then is what they call the ship in this. It's just...
It's weird, because at the start of the movie, they call the Gotengo the Atragon.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like the model of the ship, or like...
Yeah.
Because they reference that they've made a few prototypes of this back in World War II.
Mm.
And I thought that this line of ships was called the Atragon, but the specific, real good flying one they made is the Gotengo.
That's the Gotengo. And it's weird, because they do, like, specifically call it the Gotengo a few times, but then refer to it back as the Atragon again. It's real.
It becomes almost interchangeable, but not quite.
So Atragon's just meant to be atomic dragon, referring to Manda, but it's just so muddled now that it's...
What are we going to call it?
It's known as Atragon.
But you just said it's not.
It's nonsense, it's chaos, but we watched Atragon,
Okay.
which used to be known as Undersea Warship. But man, this movie, I don't know. To be honest, I'm going to be honest here. Is that okay?
Please do. Let me sit up for your honesty.
Okay. It starts off with this like crazy cold open before the title.
Gosh. It gets right into it.
Right into it, we see a dude kidnapping someone else in a car. Someone tries to touch him and he burns his hand. Then we cut to photographers that are taking photos of this woman in a bikini and then this other guy with like a gun.
Like eye-patched mafia dude.
And it's like the sound effects going crazy. The screen's like flipping around. Then we see the car with the kidnapper in it drive into the water. And then the title card comes up.
No, not even that. It drives into the water and then like a spaceman submarine diver crawls up, reaches a hand out and falls back in the water.
I did not know we were in for this. Atragon.
That prepared you for it.
I did not know what we were in for. And to be honest, I felt like that for a lot of the movie. Like, straight away, we're introduced with so much plot, so many characters. It's like starts off, and within the first 20 minutes or so, it's like, there's the Empire of Mu.
Mm-hmm.
They want to get this old army admiral's prototype ship so that they can take over the whole world, make everyone their slaves, rise back up from the water. There's been heaps of these different prototype ships. They somehow stole an older one. Everyone on Earth has to find this admiral to get the new ship before.
But he's disappeared, but he's got like a daughter who they haven't kept contact with. And he's sent somebody to keep watch over her.
And then we got this Mu Agent 23 coming and kidnapping people. We've got all these red herrings of people that may or may not be Mu agents.
We have these two photographers. We have this inspector. We have this other random reporter.
I could not keep up. It does come together. It comes together in the end. Like it makes more sense. But I was lost for the first bit of this movie. And I haven't been lost like this so far. I don't know if it's just because I'm a little tired or because...
Well, usually the Godzilla movies we've seen, they've had a core cast of, say, no more than 5 people.
Yeah.
This one chucks like a 9 at you straight away.
Yeah, totally.
I'll say I did love just... The start of this movie is quite hectic. I did love the very, very start, the cold open of this movie.
You did?
Some of the Godzilla movies we've seen have spent a little bit too long getting into the gist of things. This one just starts you right off.
Action-packed, then a bit of a lull, but then action-packed again, yeah. It was different. It definitely was. I wasn't expecting it. It's kind of funny, but both of us just looking at each other as soon as everything happens in 5 minutes. Yeah, it was great.
And this movie as well, it is based off not one book, but two books?
Yeah, so it's based on a book called The Undersea Warship, A Fantastic Tale of Island Adventure, which was written by Shunro Oshikawa, and then it was also based on The Undersea Kingdom by Shigeru Komatsuzaki.
Yeah. Are those two separately distinct stories?
Two separate stories that they kind of took bits from and put them together. And the emphasis in this movie is just on this crazy, fantastic undersea empire, kind of similar to like Atlantis.
Yeah, I definitely got Atlantis vibes from this.
It's pretty much like they changed the name of Atlantis to Mu, because it's exactly the same thing. A continent that was supposed to exist and then
Ended
went
up
underwater
disappearing.
because why did it sink underwater? Because of fate?
It was great. So the Mu Empire ends up sending a little film reel to one of the characters in this movie, basically laying out their terms and demands.
Yeah.
And they recount the history of Mu and what happened, except all they said, and it was like in 3 words, it was like, as fate had it,
Yeah.
the continent of Mu sank underwater.
The continent of Mu was huge and thriving and all powerful, but as fate would have it,
Fate has it.
they're just all gonna
I
sink.
love that idea. The writers of this movie are just like, guys, we need a reason for this empire to no longer exist.
So I guess they're kind of the people of Mu are just angry at life.
Yeah.
Because they don't really have a specific plan. They're just like, hey, we're better than everyone on the surface.
And
Let's
they
make
say
more
that
slaves."
multiple times.
Yeah. They're just all for their slaves. They want slaves. They're looking to take slaves wherever they can. And it's all for their god, Manda. Manda's their god.
I love Manda in this movie.
You do?
Manda's great. He's like, I was trying to think of it. I don't know how similar he is because it just popped into my mind, but almost like the dragon from the Neverending Story. Is it Artax?
No.
That's the horse.
Yeah, Artax is the horse.
I don't know the dragon from it. It's just like a real long snake-like, almost like old Chinese-inspired dragon.
We should know the dragon from Neverending Story. We're going to get hate mail into our PO box.
To our PO box, which we definitely have.
Yeah, it is. It resembles like an Eastern dragon, like a Chinese kind of dragon. How
There's
they
a name
kind of
for
look.
it.
Has this like elongated body, has its 4 little eggs, and then it's kind of this bluish green colored skin.
Yeah.
And he's got like a crazy head with horns and whiskers.
Yeah. Really Chinese dragon inspired.
Yeah.
And he's entirely underwater as well.
Yeah.
So that probably attributes to like the dull greens and blues of him.
I do love how we're introduced to him.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because one
of the best intros to it.
Honestly.
Kaiju we've seen.
And it is very late in the movie, but some of our protagonists get kidnapped by the Mu Empire, kind of thrown in their dungeon under the water in Mu, and they open up kind of this window. I don't know this.
It's a little window, and one of the empresses of Mu, or the empress, tells them, "You're in your cell now. Open up your window.
Yeah, have a look through that window
Have
there.
a little look-see."
They open it up, and they just see these scales,
which slowly start moving and shifting to the side.
and we just see Manda's head. He looks like a Muppet. He's literally the most Muppet-looking kaiju we've got yet.
You know that like real menacing blue Muppet from one of the latest Muppet movies?
Yeah.
I think it's a similar inspiration.
Yeah, literally. He's a Muppet. Even when he's moving underneath the water, his legs are like flapping around. His face just looks
great.
He's so funny, and he doesn't do anything.
No.
You see him initially.
So a bit later on, the protagonists end up getting some of these diving suits, opening up a hatch to the rest of the water.
Yeah.
And Manda's there waiting to attack them.
Mm-hmm.
But the Atragon is also there, kind of staring them down. And these divers end up making their way towards the Atragon while Manda...
Gotengo.
Matanga. What?
Gotengo.
Oh, sorry.
Are you talking about the atomic dragon or the...
Oh,
Matango?
sorry. The Gotengo's there. The diver's going towards the Gotengo. And Manda's really not doing anything to attack
He's just like
them.
looking at them.
Yeah. They end up getting to the Gotengo.
Yeah. And then he follows them and wraps around the Gotengo for like a second.
The one thing Manda does is, and it's a really cool sequence, and it's what our art is based off this episode. Manda wraps itself around the Gotengo. The Gotengo real suddenly shocks him, and he instantly swims away.
Darts away, lies down on a rock, then gets frozen by the Gotengo.
Yeah.
That's Manda, the god of Mu.
Whoa.
They had to do this like 5-minute long song and dance number to summon him up.
You gotta have your song and dance number.
We did. This one I felt was a bit lacking though. It was a bit of same old song and dance. We need a new tribal dance number. I want them to put a little pizzazz.
Up the top there, I think we agree, is the Mothra song.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Real quick, going back, the canonicity of this.
Yeah, the canonicity. Good
I
word.
love that word.
Is it a word?
It is now.
Okay.
second iteration of Godzilla, if you remember, gets frozen in ice.
Godzilla raids again.
Godzilla raids again. What the Absolute Zero cold cannon does, and I know this because science, Absolute Zero is the temperature where the atoms themselves stop moving and vibrating because they're constantly moving.
I'm not a science guy. And
Jason,
in my head, I'm like, well, when something drops below 7, I've heard of like -12.
Yeah. So
Negative.
So if I froze you right now, right?
Yeah.
According to real world logic, you'd die.
If I froze.
Yeah.
But Captain America did.
Realistically.
Okay.
What Absolute Zero does is it freezes all of the atoms in your body in cells instantly. So they don't have time to die.
Okay.
Technically, it's literally like pausing your body.
So how did Godzilla survive?
I don't know how Godzilla survived. I'm saying if Godzilla survived,
Yeah.
Manda survived too.
Well, we know Manda returns. So,
What?
Yeah, guys, Manda returns. He is back in Destroy All Monsters, which is the kaiju get
I
together.
thought just the
coming up.
Gatinga did.
Nah, man.
Oh, yes.
Manda's back. Destroy All Monsters, Final Wars, even a few other movies and shows and books, comics.
I know there's a sequel to this movie.
Yeah, there's an anime sequel called Super Atragon,
Super Gatinga?
which is funny that it's called Super Atragon, but who knows? But yeah, Manda's back, and he actually becomes one of like the kind of like the Anguirus, the Mothra,
The core cast.
a core kaiju companion for Godzilla that's now known kind of by his Godzilla status more than his Atragon status.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's back. And the Gotengo's back multiple times as well.
Gotengo,
And different types of Gotengos. Like, I think there's even a few random other sci-fi movies called Latitude Zero and different random things coming up that there's types of
Weird.
Gotengos in them. So
And are we going to watch through those?
yeah, we'll be covering those. We'll try cover Super Atragon. We'll try get all across these, even though it's not directly to Godzilla, but Manda definitely is.
Yeah.
Manda's definitely connected.
I'll pop in as well, real quick. Another reference to another movie we've seen so far. What's it called? The United Space Station.
Yeah, that weird, like, rotating space station.
We've seen it 2 times so far.
It shows up all the time, like Battling Out of Space, Gorath,
I think they're trying to make it more of like...
King Kong
Godzilla-
versus Godzilla, right? In the
in the
Americanization.
Americanization.
Yeah.
They're making it more canon to the Godzilla universe. And I love it. You're like, this is in 2 other movies now. It's a thing.
In reality, it could just be like, oh, we've just got some space stations, stock footage. Let's chuck it in there. But yeah, I choose to believe as well. I do have just down here about Manda as well that it is reported that Ishiro Honda, the director, and Eiji Tsuburaya, the special effects director, chose to make Manda look the way he does, dragon-like and inspired by all these different dragons, because the next year after this film was released, 1964, was known as the Year of the Dragon.
Oh, that's nice.
So they came up with his design. I don't think Manda's in any of the books. So this is, they just chucked,
No, that was fully created.
chucked a kaiju in it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because the Year of the Dragon's coming up. This movie as well, from its concept to its final product, took less than 4 months to make.
Wait, are you serious?
They rushed it to get it out before Christmas,
Yeah.
before the Year of the Dragon. 4 months for
What
Atragon.
the heck?
And that's impressive to do like kaiju stuff, to do miniature scenes.
All the blue screen and CGI in
Yeah.
this movie. As well, another thing I just love about this movie, there are so many background paintings they did for this.
Yeah.
You get some real good scenes of the heart of Mu, of real cool countrysides of Manda. Every time
Countrysides of Manda? Yeah.
of the countrysides, comma, of Manda. There's a great scene, and I love what they did when the protagonists end up raiding the Mu kind of base city.
Yeah, at the end of the movie.
They've all got these like little freeze, like what are they?
Freeze guns? They look like flamethrowers, but they...
Freeze.
Freeze throwers?
I cannot say that. Freeze throwers.
They've got freeze throwers. And freeze things to absolute zero.
And they're freezing all of these moose citizens. No, they're bad guys.
Yeah, they're bad. Moo's
Moo
bad.
minions.
Moo's just corrupt to the core.
And every time they freeze them, it does this real cool freezing scene where you see them slow down and it cuts to a real cool picture of them, all painted.
All frozen, yeah. And I guess it'd be quite easy to do because you'll just take the footage first and then where the footage stops that they took, you'll just send that to a painter to paint over or something.
Yeah.
But it looks
Just
real cool.
trace over this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great effect.
Man, the word moo has just lost all meaning to me. I don't...
If you're thinking of like civilization names, why Mu?
The continent of Mu. It's huge as well. Before we get away from Manda, I'm going all over the place. This Atragon episode, I tell you. But here is Manda's roar.
Did Manda have a roar?
Yeah, he did. It wasn't too,
Not too prominent.
not too memorable. But yeah, he had a roar. That's all Amanda, pretty much. There's not much else he did.
Let's get back to the bulk of the movie.
Yeah. So you mentioned it, but the whole plot is that they're wanting to go and find this old World War II captain who's been inventing this warship on an island.
Yep. And he was presumed dead.
Yeah.
Or at least missing for
And
a
his
long,
daughter
long
thought
time.
he was dead.
Yeah.
Until she finds out through this whole situation he's still alive. I kind of liked him.
I was going to say, probably my favorite character in this movie.
They keep referring to him as war crazy.
Yeah.
And that's kind of his whole personality. He's just real focused on World War II that happened like 20 years ago by this point.
They said that Japan has now renounced war.
Yeah.
They've stopped fighting. And he can't fathom that. In
No.
his mind, the good thing to do, the patriotic thing, is to keep fighting the fight that you were and have been fighting this whole 20-year period.
Yeah, and the reason he's isolated himself to this island was to build machines for war, to build secret inventions to use for the war. And when they come to him and say, hey, we need your weapon for this lost continent of Mu, at first he's like, what? This is only for the Navy. This is only for World
Only
War.
for Japan.
Only for Japan to use. And the whole chunk of this movie is them kind of waiting here while they have to try persuade him to use it.
Yeah.
But we got
Because Japan itself hasn't directly been affected yet
No.
in this movie.
Hong Kong gets decimated. Venice gets destroyed.
Yeah, it vividly shows those scenes in wrecks. First, the moon in previous Godzilla movies. Now these two major cities.
If there's a cannon, they're just gone. Destroyed.
But because Japan hasn't directly been affected,
Yeah.
or he's thinking to himself, why should I give up this great machinery I've been working on if Japan isn't even at risk?
Yeah. And yeah, a lot of conversations with him, people trying to win him over. His daughter is trying to reconnect with him and he's just completely ignoring her pretty much.
Do you have the quote?
I have a quote where our main character, the main guy,
Yeah, our main guy is
Susumu, has this moment with him when he kind of confronts him about the way he's been acting, confronts him about how he's been treating his daughter, and says to him, you're just a ghost wearing rusty armor named patriotism.
Oh,
I really like that
Ooh.
line. Like, that's, whew, that is
dang,
a good
Honda,
line.
my man.
Honda, who might not even have written this, but thank you for
Throwing
bringing
out
it
the
to
good
us.
stuff.
Yeah, that was kind of a hard-hitting moment when he starts to realize.
that moment is so hard-hitting.
And he
It
brings it
really
up.
sobers you up.
Yeah.
And he does refer to it later, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I've realized I've just been wearing rusty armor this whole time,
Yeah.
and I need to
He's
get
like,
out of
I've
it."
taken off my rusty armor and I feel fine.
Yeah.
It's a real cool like progression and character growth over the movie.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite character too.
Yeah.
He's real good. Some of the other guys were a bit forgettable in this.
There's a reporter
Yeah.
who's secretly one of the Mu agents, and he's just really weird. He's got like a neck beard but no mustache.
You're
And
made
he-
to believe the whole time that he's on their side.
But you know something's up the whole time.
You know he's doing something. He's like dropping ping pong balls after them every second to like track, so the Empire can track them. What else do I have here? A moment I really liked earlier in the film was they initially, before they get Gatengo, try to send another submarine to the Mu Empire to try and stop them, called Red Satan.
Yeah, and this is an American.
It's an American submarine.
because the Mu Empire has been attacking all the Earth.
Yeah.
The Americans in
So Americans try first with the Red Satan, and you see Red Satan just get crushed, not even by the Mu Empire, but just water pressure. You see from inside the walls of the ship start to break open, and you see from the outside the whole submarine like crushing in.
And it's done really well. It
Yeah.
gives a real good effect where you can clearly tell it's like being pressurized
And
from
it
the
looked
inside.
good. It looked good.
It's such a good effect.
I really, really am loving the effects that we're getting and just how they're managing to do them in this. And it always looks great. Like the special effects that EG does in all these, the miniature stuff, you cannot go wrong. They haven't missed yet.
Yeah,
there's always something cool.
Near the end, the Mu Empire is starting to attack a lot of these. It's human submarines and battleships. And it's all practical explosions.
Yeah.
And it just looks amazing.
Yeah.
Probably not very realistic, but it looks amazing for like the cinema kind of explosions.
Yeah, totally. And early 60s. Like I just keep remembering that this stuff we're watching is 50s and 60s before a lot of the like action and war movies where this has been done a bit better or even looking the same in the later 80s and 90s and stuff.
And think as well, color had just started becoming a mainstream thing now. So this is still very early on.
And again, color they're using to like crazy to their advantage. Everything looks so good in these movies, and that's something that I always just enjoy looking at them, even if they're scenes that are a bit. I think that's pretty much all that I've got over the plot. I had to laugh when we get a mention of H-bombs once again. Their go-to response to the Mu Empire is, "Hey, we could drop a hydrogen bomb on them." But
better not the press.
It's immoral. We probably shouldn't.
I'm gonna laugh if they go back on that and H-bomb Godzilla.
Yeah, we'll see if we get one, right?
They haven't done that yet.
No, not yet. Well, I guess the first one was a different type of bomb, right? The
I don't even know. I need to make a trivia episode with you someday.
Oxygen Destroyer.
There you
Oxygen Destroyer. I know my Godzilla stuff.
go.
We need to do a trivia episode someday. That'd be good.
Great.
Do we wrap Atragon up?
Dude.
I enjoyed this. It didn't blow me away as much as a lot of the other sci-fi-ish outings we've have. Manda was underwhelming.
Manda was great, just very underutilized.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it. That's a way better way to put it. And the characters again are quite forgettable, except for that captain who we both really enjoyed. The story for me just felt all over the place. The plot was very convoluted and just had a lot of moving parts and wasn't told in, I don't know, as great a way or as great a sequence as they probably could have to first get us introduced to these characters so we get to know them first, and then they're all brought together instead of us just being pushed into them or meeting each other in the action. And we don't really have many people to root for because you're not invested in many people.
That. Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. The special effects were really, really great in this. Even though Manda was underwhelming and underutilized, I enjoyed him just being this kind of clumsy old big useless dude. The continent of Mu was quite cool. I like what they did with that. The whole design of their empire being like very high tech in places, but then looking like ancient civilizations at the same time. They'll have automatic like electronic doors, but the
machinery
doors look like huge rocks or things like. I kind of dug how everything looked design wise, but I'd probably give this 3 Mu missiles out of 5. Mu missiles being these crazy little black things the Mu Empire shoots out of nowhere that we both looked at each other during the movie and were like, Mu missiles.
Did they name them?
I don't know what they're called, but they're called, Mu missiles. I'm giving this 3 out of 5 Mu missiles.
I'm on a similar page with you here. It's not amazing. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I think one of the bigger faults with this is we talked about how this is a grab bag of all of Toho's great actors so far. I think having so many good actors all crammed into one, and especially without, you said it was all made in 4 months, without enough time to really write the characters and write the whole story to perfection. A lot of these characters end up not even fighting for attention. It's almost like they give them all quite mediocre characters.
Yeah.
Just so that they can fit in time for, the Gatengo, for a little bit of Manda.
Because not to mention that all our main protagonists are all just good guys.
Yeah,
just
they're
good
all
guys
good guys.
That want to save the world.
They're all pretty much versions of characters these actors have played before as well.
Like we get a police detective character who literally just jumps in with them and ends up just fighting the Mu with them. And he doesn't have many lines. He doesn't really say why he's doing that. You don't really have any cause to root for him. But
the two photographers are... What were they?
the two photographers initially, this is something we didn't mention, but they see this girl and they're like, hey, she'll be a good model.
Yeah, this is the whole hook for the movie.
That girl there would be a good model. Here's her license plate I saw her drive away in. Track her down. Let's
Find
ask her to be a model. And she ends up being this daughter of the captain of the airships, and they get brought along. It's a bit weird.
It's weird. Also, a little bit of plot holes. The Mu have energy powers.
Yeah.
Where they can heat up their body to real hot temperatures. And it's real useful for when they want to attack other people, but never useful when other people want to attack them.
Yeah.
People are like strangling them. You could heat up your body, that might help. The Empress gets kidnapped just like that at the end.
Yeah. Then jumps into the explosions, dies with her empire.
Yeah. I don't know. It is a feel-good movie. For Toho, it kind of fits along what they've done so far with just like, it's a kaiju flick you'd watch.
Yeah.
You'd enjoy it. Kind of a popcorn chewer?
Popcorn flick?
There's a name for it.
Popcorn chewer.
It's
a popcorn movie.
A popcorn movie.
It's a popcorn chewer.
It's a real chewer, this one.
Yeah, this was a chewer of a movie.
No, it's good. I'd rate this 2.5 Mu missiles.
2.5 Mu missiles to Atragon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, it's kind of just, it's good. It's a good movie.
It's good.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want you guys to get the impression that this is bad.
No, it's
You'd
enjoyable.
still enjoy it if you watched it.
I'd probably watch this again maybe sometime in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was okay. Better than some of the space stuff that we've had so far.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Okay.
that was Atragon, ladies and gents.
Yeah, we might wrap it up there because I actually saw this model earlier today, and I really want to just spend the night driving around town trying to find
down
a car.
model. You'll track. Who knows? You could be after a hot moo man.
Yeah, finish that thought.
Because they're hot. You get my joke? They heat up.
Yeah, funny.
Hot moo man. Next fortnight, next episode on Podzilla, we got a big one.
I didn't know this.
We
What's
have
up next?
a big one. We're watching
Oh, I do know this.
Mothra versus Godzilla.
Oh my gosh, this is... I haven't been really excited for it for quite a while.
1964, Ashiro Honda. Two monsters, two kaiju who we've been introduced to in different movies.
Yeah.
Coming together for the first time. Is this the first?
Yeah, this is the first movie we have where Godzilla faces off another Toho kaiju.
Yeah, this is the first actual crossover. Godzilla versus King Kong, get out of here. King Kong wasn't introduced to the Toho films before that, but Mothra, she stands on her own 2 feet.
It's going to be good. One of our favorite movies. Yeah, fighting off Godzilla, whose movies are some of our favorites, and Mothra.
Yeah.
I'm really keen to see how this matches up.
Yeah, we'll see. I got a little tease for that one as
Oh,
well.
you got a little teaser.
Journalist Ichi and Junko cover the wreckage of a typhoon when an enormous egg is found and claimed by greedy entrepreneurs. Mothra's fairies arrive and are aided by the journalists in a plea for the egg's return. As their requests are denied, Godzilla arises, and the people of Infant Island must decide if they are willing to answer Japan's own pleas for help.
Can't wait to see a Godzilla egg.
Godzilla, I think it's a Mothra egg.
Oh, I always want to have a good Godzilla omelet.
You can have a Mothra on.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, should be very good.
In anticipation for that, is that on archive.org?
Who knows? This is one of the ones that is more readily available. We're finally getting into the things we can rent and the things that we have on DVD already, and it's great. So track down Mothra vs. Godzilla. Don't get it confused with Godzilla vs. Mothra.
Because that's another one down the road.
Another movie in the 90s. This is Mothra vs. Godzilla, also known as Godzilla vs. The Thing, which we'll dig into a bit next time because I don't understand.
I'm intrigued.
But thanks, everyone, for listening. If you haven't already, we'd really, really appreciate if you rated and reviewed us.
I'll tell you, nothing gets my heart fluttering like a good review.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone who has sent in reviews, everyone who has rated us. We've been getting heaps of ratings on Spotify.
Yeah.
I think it's officially showing up how many ratings we've had where it wasn't for a while. So
My dream is to one day, when people search up Godzilla on Spotify, we're the first option.
first Godzilla. Does that even happen? Do you have to search Podzilla for us? We need to sort out that metadata. Anyway, yeah, we'd really appreciate it if you could find the time to do that.
It would warm the cockles of our heart.
It would. But yeah, thank you so much. We'll see you in a fortnight, in a bye week.
In a bye week.
That's been Podzilla with your hosts, Jasha
And Micah Drake. Follow along on our socials at PodzillAPod and jump into our Discord via the link in the show notes.
Huge thank you to Cassie Celine, who did our podcast art, and our very own sister, Shemaya Drake, who does our episode thumbnails.
Let's go. And just a disclaimer that any musical sound effects used in this episode belong entirely to the Toho Company. See you guys next episode.